Let's talk more about this with Bill Kristol, editor-at-large of The Bulwark. Bill, great to have you. Let's dive right in. So these are some pretty hefty allegations that this senior IRS agent is alleging political interference, preferential treatment. What do you make of that?
Well, we have to see what he has to say, but I think it's important in the sense that the Hunter Biden story has always been, he's had difficulties. He may or may not have broken particular laws in the course of his own business dealings, but all of that is about Hunter Biden, which doesn't matter from the political point of view, really. What would matter would be evidence that Joe Biden, either as vice president or now as president, has directly or indirectly interfered in investigations of Hunter Biden and has protected him or helped him out in ways that are inappropriate as a government official in the case of Joe Biden. So insofar as this now gets to Joe Biden, not Hunter Biden, this becomes potentially very important, or it may all be, overly sensitive IRS official, or maybe some mid-level person meddling with that IRS official, him or her, but, without the knowledge, of course, of Joe Biden or something. So we really just don't know. But I think the key point to remember as we move ahead on these different Hunter Biden fronts is what makes it politically sensitive and possibly damaging is to the degree to which Joe Biden's involved, not Hunter Biden.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, of course, the focus. So I just want to talk a little bit about, we hear so often it's not the crime, it's the cover up. And there have been no charges and investigations have been going on for at least a year now. But what does this feel like to you in terms of these people who are coming forward and a possible look at that letter clearing this ultimately as Russian disinformation during the campaign?
Yeah, the letter I don't know about. 50 intelligence agents can write letters if they want, and Tony Blinken was not a government official at the time, and he can say it looks like Russian disinformation. They may have been wrong. Hard to see really ultimately where that goes. I think the Justice Department's decision could be important. They're going to have to either charge or not charge Hunter Biden for certain crimes, which the FBI at least seems to think are plausibly chargeable. And that will be a decision of the Biden Justice Department. It won't be made by the Attorney General himself. Presumably, he's leaving it to the Trump-appointed special, I guess he's the assistant attorney for Delaware, who's in charge of this investigation. But again, that will be an actual decision by the Biden administration, one way or the other. So again, I come back to the fact that the decisions by the Biden administration, whether to charge Hunter Biden, whether there was any involvement in taking the pressure off him in terms of the investigation or hobbling the investigation of him, those are two things out there that we will learn a lot more about over the next weeks and months. It could well be nothing. It could well be, little things by lower level officials that don't get to the White House and to Joe Biden and sort of fade away by 2024. Or, it could be something serious.
All right. Remains to be seen. Bill Kristol, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.